You should be doing some sort of movement in the morning, but by the time it's morning, you're waking up, the alarm goes off, you're half asleep, your dogs and your kids kept you up. The last decision you want to be making is, well, do I stretch my hamstrings or my hip flexors first? This needs to all be predetermined. So if you don't already have a routine, follow along with me. This routine is designed to wake up your joints and muscles slowly. And at the very least, enjoy this beautiful sunrise. Let's do it. I love this routine for the mornings because we get to start on the ground and we're gonna build energy throughout the routine. So we're gonna start out in starfish position. Starfish, lay on your back and spread out as wide as you can. Try and get the most of parts of your spine attached to the ground as possible. So lengthen from the base of the skull all the way to your tailbone. Reach those limbs nice and long. Now in this first movement, we're gonna keep our arms exactly where they are. We're gonna take our legs. You can do this however you want. I'm just gonna twist them over to one side. Spend a sec there, and then we'll go to the other side. We're just gonna go back and forth here about 5 times. I hope you're doing this on a comfortable rug or some carpet. I'm laying in rocks. I can feel them under my back right now, but that's okay. I'm enjoying myself. One more on each side. Keep that spine long. All right. Now pull your knees to your chest. Give a little squeeze here. All right. So now let's come onto hands and knees. We're gonna go from plank up into an A-frame or a downward dog. Now the key here is keeping the core engaged and the shoulder blades pushed towards the ground the entire time. So we're gonna go from plank, core engaged, push the shoulder blades apart, and now we're gonna push our butt up in the air as high as you can, keeping your core engaged. Try and keeping your back round. I don't care about your heels being on the ground. Your knees can bend, whatever feels good for you right now. We'll come back to plank. We're gonna do 5 of these. That was 1. Up, core engaged, butt as high as you can go in the air. And come back to plank. 2. Up. Back to plank. 3. Send those hips up. Really try to drive your chest towards the ground. Reach your shoulders up to your ears. Go back. 4. Last 1. Up. Feel free to give your hips a little wiggle here. You might find a deeper stretch in the shoulders, in the hips. And back to plank. All right. Now let's take that shoulder stretch one step further. We're gonna go hands about double shoulder width apart on the ground. I like to go fingertips just because it gets your wrists a little higher. You can put your hands flat, it's up to you. We're gonna walk our knees back. I like to take the knees a little wide. Round the back as if you're doing a cat, like in yoga, cat-cow, scaredy cat position. We're gonna keep the back around as we send the chest towards the ground. Try to sink your hips back. That will create length. And what you'll feel eventually as you continue down is a stretch somewhere in the pecs, in the armpit, maybe in the mid-back. Once you get to a certain point, you can allow that back to start arching, trying to send your chin or even your sternum towards the ground. You can move in and out like I am, or just hold and play with the position. That's up to you. Let's go for another 10 seconds here. Feel free to twist. You may find a deeper stretch on one side. Give a little emphasis to it. And relax. Okay. Now, let's come into a squat. Your squat can be whatever feels good for you. If that means heels up, if that means heels down, wide, narrow, whatever you like. It's the morning, treat yourself. So we're gonna go from squat to forward fold. Each time we go into each position, we're gonna try and go a little deeper. So from squat, we're gonna stand up, send the hips up, but keep the shoulders down and forward. And forward fold. Try to get to the point where the knees almost lock, or if you can lock them, great. And then we'll sit back down into the squat, trying to get a little bit deeper than we did last time. And back up to forward fold. And down into squat. Forward fold, hips up. Make that spine nice and long and relax the neck. Let the head fall to the ground. Back to squat. Now start to really pull yourself deep into your squat. Pull your head up to the ceiling. Back down. Forward fold. I guess you could say up, depending on how you look at it. And back down into squat. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and stand up. Take one big step forward. Drop that back knee to the ground. Now, we're going to go from a deep forward lunge where you can place the one hand, two hands on the ground. Maybe you need something next to you to put your hand on. But the goal is to drive the hips as close to the ground as you can while keeping your spine nice and long. Open that back hip as best as possible. And we'll drop back in a deep hamstring stretch. All right, 5 times forward and back. Drive your hips down as your torso comes upright. Just keep squeezing to get more room out of that back hip. Back into your hamstring stretch. And drive the hips forward and down. If you work a desk job, if you're a pilot, whatever job you got, if you're sitting a lot, This is one to come back to throughout your day. Open that back hip. Extra credit, grab onto the back foot. All right, and stand up, switch sides, and let's go. Drive the hips forward, nice and upright, making the spine long. Squeeze your butt. That can help give you a deeper stretch, and we'll rock back into the hamstrings. Drive forward. With all of these movements today, you should be able to breathe through your nose the entire time. Rock back. And forward. If you find yourself running out of air, needing to breathe through the mouth, you might be working a little too hard. This routine is not about pushing yourself. It's about waking up your body, preparing yourself for your day. Rock back. And last one, rock forward. And rest. Okay. When we come to standing, give our legs a break, do a little bit of thoracic mobility. We're gonna take the arms to the front. I like to imagine I'm shooting a gun. You're gonna reach as far forward as you can whilst keeping the hips extended. We're gonna round the upper back, tuck the chin, and just try to stretch everything between the shoulder blades. And then we'll go the other way. Keep that chin tucked, sternum, ribs in. We're gonna open. Try to just go up first. We don't need to look for a big arch. Try to make your spine nice and long. And reach your arms backwards. Squeeze everything on the backs of your shoulders. And forward, round, reach. Give a little twist to exaggerate the stretch on one side or the other, and open. And if you're feeling like you can get a good position, feeling a lot happen, then you can explore giving a little bit of arch, looking up at the sky, and round forward. If your arms get tired, just shake them out a little bit. And we'll go back, chin tucked, open, and forward, round, pull the shoulder blades down away from the ears, and last one, open to the back. Okay, next we're gonna go into a wide stance. The wider you go, the more challenging this will be. So maybe start narrow and work yourself wider as we go. Let's start here. Just give a few bounces. Allow your hips to open. Allow what it feels like on the inside or outside of the hips to open. Now, we're gonna move side to side. The ultimate goal is to finish in a deep squat, but we're gonna work up to that, and you may not get there today, and that's fine. So We're gonna move to one side. Use your arms to counterbalance however you'd like. We'll start with a nice and shallow squat. If you need to, lift the toes on the other side. But if you can, keep those feet planted. Open the hip. Notice my knee's not diving in. Keep that hip open. If your knee's diving in, you're probably too wide or trying to go too deep. Just keep moving back and forth, trying to get a little bit deeper each time you go. If you want, put a chair in front of you. Hold onto the back of your couch. Use a little bit of assistance. Sometimes that can help you get a little deeper. We don't have to think about supporting yourself, balance, etc. Right. A couple more here. Last one on each side. And take a break. We're gonna keep our wide stance. If that feels challenging for you, you can go narrow stance. Wider stance. We get to work on our hips and our shoulders at the same time. We're gonna finish with just a little bit of twisting. We're gonna let the arms pull us into a rotation. Try to look behind you each time. Maybe find a spot on the wall, or if you're outside, find a tree in the distance. Try to spot it each time you spin. Try to make your spine really long here, nice and tall. And really let the arms go. We like to say, empty the arm. And relax. Go ahead and shake it out. That's it for the movement. I hope your body feels warm and prepared for the day now. If you don't already have a morning routine, please use this one. You should be moving in the mornings, getting your joints and muscles prepared. Everything gets stiff overnight, so just dusting the cobwebs off and getting yourself ready for a beautiful day. If you want the full routine, sign up for Guided, where we have plenty of routines like this and much more. I'm sure it's on the screen right now somewhere. Thanks for watching. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all that good YouTube stuff. We'll see you in the next video.